In today's video, I'll be playing a grand challenge trying to go all the way from 0 to 12 wins using this new miner control deck, 2.8 miner cycle with the queen. And did you guys know in this next update, you guys will be able to play champions on ladder even if you aren't fully maxed, because there's going to be a new system. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, they uploaded a video on YouTube talking about it, the main Clash Royale YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. But let me show you guys how good this deck is. So Lightbulb is Mohamed Light's second account, and as you can see, he has 2 accounts in the top 6 with this deck, and then this guy right here is also using the deck, and then Sandbox as well. So that's 4 accounts in the top 11 running this deck, so that shows how strong it is. Before we head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the first game here and try to go all the way to 12 wins. So yeah, it has been quite some time now since I've last done a full Grand Challenge video, so I figured, you know, why not do it again? I'm probably going to start doing these more often, probably at least once every couple weeks, maybe even once a week, because I know you guys really do enjoy them, so I don't know why I went such a long time without doing it, but here we are again. So anyway, this guy's going to go for a Skeleton King and use the ability very early. That is quite interesting. I'm just going to go for... Okay, I guess the Ice Spirit ended up being okay because it froze the baby dragon. To buy the queen, more time to take it out. But I was going to say that if he didn't do that, it would have been a bad Ice Spirit because I played it kind of late. Either way, though, it doesn't really matter that much because he overcommitted a ton. And yeah, this is looking kind of like a random deck on his end. Not at all sure what the rest of his cards are. Could be just about anything based off of what he's played. I mean, Wizard, Baby Dragon, Skarmy, Skeleton King. I don't know. Maybe he's got... I was thinking like maybe Graveyard because Skeleton King, Baby Drag go good in Graveyard. But at this point, could be just about anything. Executioner. So maybe he's got like Hog or something. Is there a possibility he doesn't even have a win condition and he's just using a bunch of support cards? Could be possible. I'm going to go ahead and use the Queen ability. It looks like we probably will be able to use her again, the ability, because she's getting kind of tanked for by the Skeleton King. So we send in the Miner here. And the Ice Spirit, he's probably going to go for Skarmy. Yeah, there's the Skarmy. And sure enough, we will be able to use the ability again. Don't even have to use it to take out the Skarmy because the Queen is going to stay alive, and then we can go ahead and use the ability again. And Queen on the tower, and that is pretty much already going to be GG. Nice and easy win here. Game 1 against, yeah, this random deck. Yeah, for sure going to be GG. I mean, I don't see this guy coming back, but, you know, guess there's always the possibility of losing connection. So we'll just go Miner here. We'll go for Queen. And I know you guys are looking at this deck and thinking, like, how the heck do you beat Lava Hound? Well, guess we'll find out when we play against it. Could be, yeah, it could be one of the worst matchups. I think it's possible, though, if you are against... I think Lava Loon would be quite challenging, but if you're against Lava Clone, you definitely could win, because you have Poison. And if you're against... I actually think if you're against Lumber Loon Freeze, you probably could win, because what you could do is you could do that trick where you go for the cannon, you, like, pre-place it, and then you cycle another right in front of your King Tower, which ends up activating the King Tower against the balloon. So that's kind of a nice little trick. But Lava Loon, I guess, could be challenging. So I guess when we run into it, we'll see if we have a chance of beating it. But all ground decks should be a pretty decent matchup, or always should be at least winnable, even if they have, you know, like a slight counter. And that's what's nice about running these kinds of decks, is I feel like they're very consistent. If you play perfectly, there's very few impossible matchups, stuff like Miner Control. So this might end up being kind of the new Miner Wallbreakers. The Mighty Miner Wallbreaker deck, that was really good a couple months ago, but kind of fell out of the meta, so maybe this is going to kind of replace that Miner cycle deck. So he's going to go for an Ice Spirit. I guess we'll just cycle... okay, yeah, he's going to pressure. That makes sense, of course, because I used my log. I didn't even have to go for that Ice Spirit there, but I thought he was going to play it normally, so it would have distracted the Goblin in the back if he were to play it normally, but he played it on the side. So that was a good rocket by him. Yeah, this should be a great matchup because we have a very fast cycle. We have Log, which is going to get a lot of value. Poison will get a lot as well against his Goblin Gang, and also anytime he plays a Princess, we could also consider poisoning it. So that Goblin Gang, I think I'm going to cycle... I don't want to Log Goblin Gangs if I can avoid it, because I can use my poison to take it out, and it's better to save Log for the Goblin Barrel or the Princess. Because if I log a Goblin Gang, he's going to abuse those two cards. So I have to be really cautious about that. And poisoning the Princess is probably the best way to go, just because log is my only way to counter the barrel for a positive trade. We don't actually have to use log here. We're going to try to take advantage of him doing that juke there, so I can just do what I just did. We're going to poison the Goblin Gang, and this queen is going to be quite a big threat for him. He has to go for a knight just to take her out, so he spent a lot of elixir there, definitely fine with that, and we end up having a little bit of a lead now, so pretty good going into double elixir. We can just go Ice Spirit like this here, so he can't go Princess at the bridge. He's probably tempted to. A lot of Logbait players really love going Princess at the bridge for that chip damage. So because he just did that, I'm going to be quite aggressive now. We need to be really aggressive with our poisons if he's going to try to rocket cycle us like that, and we also should be going aggressive with our knights like this, so this way he has to sometimes rocket on defense, or there's no way he'll be able to rocket our tower when he has to defend this. I'm gonna go for, oh nice, that was a good log. I don't know if I could call it a prediction because I played it kind of late, but I guess it was pretty good regardless. We're gonna take a little bit of damage here, but not gonna be too much. Hopefully I didn't overcommit too much on that. I don't think I did. Should be fine. He might rocket here. Let's see. Yeah, there's the rocket. It's actually not bad, that cannon, because it prevents him going Princess at the bridge. I'm going to go Miner, and I'm going to go for a poison to predict maybe a Goblin Gang, or prevent him from playing one. Just as good, I suppose. Knight here to... Okay, yeah, he can't go... He played it in the back anyway. I guess that's what I was going to say. Okay, there's the rocket. So he's getting really greedy with his rocket. And by the way, the monk, I feel like is going to make the rocket so much worse. Those of you who saw the new card, the monk, know what I'm talking about. It was showcased in the TV Royale episode. Or News Royale, whatever they call it on YouTube. And yeah, it basically can send a rocket back. So if you play the monk next to your tower and they rocket it, you can send it back. So it's finally a counter to spells or projectiles, so it's really cool. Looks like it'll be broken, but overall I like the concept. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. And I feel like a deck like this is pretty good against Monk, because obviously the poison, I don't know if that can be like reflected. I don't know, because it's not really a projectile, and even if it can be, there's no way the ability lasts for like 8 seconds. So it's not gonna be nearly as good as it is against like a rocket, for example. But anyway, that's going to be a nice win there. As you can see, some of the games take a while because, of course, this is a chip cycle deck, so it's not a beatdown deck where you're going to be taking down their whole tower in one push. You think of cycle decks as winning the game quickly, but that's often not the case, because especially with a minor chip cycle deck, you know, you're getting like a little bit of amount of damage throughout the match, slowly but surely, unless of course you get like an Archer Queen to lock on or something. Then of course you could take their whole tower quickly, but otherwise you got to be patient. Alright, see you guys when we find the next one. Found a game here against Yo Mom. Okay, we got Ice Spirit Skelly's Miner. Okay, he's gonna go for a Tombstone, kind of a interesting placement because it's not really in the center. So if I were to have a Hog or something, I could go like Hog in the other lane. But luckily for him, I don't have a deck where I'm gonna punish him for it. So we're gonna go Cannon and Log. I guess Knight could have worked too, but oh, that was a really bad Lumberjack. Yeah, this guy's definitely no offense to him, he's definitely not that good. We're going to pressure because he just used all of his elixir. And even with him going for that Skelly King, I think we're going to be able to get the queen on the tower. Yes. Yes, we can indeed. And yeah, this is a incredible start to the game. I mean, Obviously, he's got a small chance, but it's not looking too good. We already took over half of his tower with a deck that doesn't usually get more than a third of their tower in single elixir. So, I mean, can't complain with the situation. We can play kind of passive now. We'll just poison anything he gives us. Like, if he gives us any value. Baby Dragon, not going to be worth it, obviously, to poison. We just cycle a log and see how he... Alright, we'll go Queen here. We'll go Ice Spirit. Hopefully it's able to freeze most of the stuff. Yeah, it does. Everything except the... Alright, we'll just pull that back. Go Knight. Log. And, ooh, the Queen even stays alive. We might even be able to get the ability off. He has to play something. Otherwise, I think we can. Yep, the log will do it. So that was a good log by him. We'll go Miner again. Pair it with a Night Spirit. Why not? Because I think he's pretty low on Elixir. And he doesn't have a great cycle because his... I don't know if all of his ground cards were out of cycle, but I know his Skeleton King was out of hand. And probably his Mini P.E.K.K.A. or Lumberjack was. I don't know. Maybe he had one of them. I'm not really sure. He's got a lot of ground cards. Yeah, the Ice Spirit is so good against the Ram Rider. It connected there, but we have such a massive lead. Ice Spirit is used a lot in these types of cycle decks instead of Fire Spirit now. Ever since it got that buff, I feel like Fire Spirit has some nice competition now because of the Ice Spirit buff. So I guess the Ice Spirit buff was pretty good, even though I don't think it necessarily needed one. Like, it was good enough, but just to add some variety so not every single, you know, Hog, Drill, Miner deck had Fire Spirit. Now we're seeing some with Ice Spirit. Some nice, good old variety. And it's going to be GG here. There's pretty much nothing he could do. Even if we didn't do all that damage in the beginning, we probably would have won that regardless. Just, yeah, it's quite an easy matchup. So, nice win there. 4th of the way through the Grand Challenge. See you guys when we find the next one. And these games pretty fast, which is nice. It's not always the case. We're against Duda here. I guess we'll just cycle Skeletons. He's going to go for a Night Witch, so if I had a poison in cycle, I would have poisoned right there, but because I had to cycle a card, I decided to go Queen. And I think that's fine, to be honest. Alright, we'll just go for a poison here. I'm going to go Knight to take out the Night Witch. And he's going to go for a Rocket. That was very aggressive. I'm kind of not sure what the heck kind of a giant deck this is. But I guess Miner's pretty good here since, you know, we had the Knight down tanking for it. And I think that poison was pretty safe. I don't think it was risky because he's pretty low on Elixir. I mean, he has to be, right? Because he just used a Rocket and a Minion Horde. He also can't really build a push. I mean, I don't know what he would do. Giant at the bridge or something. Because he wasn't even back to it. So he has to... He's going to go Witch. So we'll go for Queen. And then I have my Cannon ready if he goes for a Giant. He's going to go E-Barbs. Okay. Just Log. Knight. And we should be chilling here. Yeah, nice. And the fact the Witch spawned those Skeletons again is very good for me. Because now there's a very good chance I can use my Queen ability again. Oh, nice. I think that's GG. Let's go. This typically, like, I'll just say right now, this typically won't happen when you get further in Grand Challenges. You're not going to play against someone who just lets the Queen lock on the tower. You won't, like, probably when we get to, like, 7-8 wins, I won't see that. Or, well, you guys, if you use this deck, you probably won't see that. That's why I'm saying you have to typically be patient and get Miner Chip. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll get like 1 or 2 Queen shots. But what just happened there will not happen when you get further and you're against tougher opponents. But hey, I'll take these free ones while I can. So that was a good Rocket by him. That was a respectable play. Log's going to kill the Witch. And yeah, the Poison is so valuable this match. Definitely one where Poison's getting way more valuable. Way more value than the Fireball. I think in most matchups, you'd rather have Poison. It's just, it synergizes better in this kind of deck. Like, I don't even know if a Fireball could work, because the Poison's just so nice for the slowdown, and there's also a good amount of Graveyard in this meta, so you would probably lose to that a good amount of the time if you had a Fireball. The Poison makes a massive difference in that matchup against Graveyard, so certainly would recommend keeping the Poison in the deck. So now, third of the way through the challenge, try to keep it up here. Alright, we're against Brazilian Star. We could just cycle Skeletons. He's gonna go for a Miner. He doesn't even play it in the safe spot, so I guess this guy's optimistic that I don't have a Tornado. Ooh, this could actually be a mirror match. I think I think it's a mirror match. Like, I can already tell it is, because thus far he's used... Ooh, that was a really bad Miner by him. You don't ever really want to go for a defensive Miner in this type of matchup. In some you do. I don't want to say you never want to, because obviously there are some matchups where you do, typically against like beatdown decks, but when you're against like a Miner cycle mirror, you never want to, because you well, you want to get as much chip damage as you can with it, and when you're using it to defend a Miner, you're kind of wasting, like, that's a whole offensive sequence gone, because yeah, I mean, this mirror match is all about aggression, pretty much. So, I don't know, that's the best way to explain it. And that's also a really bad Archer Queen by him, because anything that... You don't want to give your opponent poison value. So... That's just a free poison for me. So this guy somewhat knows what he's doing, because he is switching up the Miner placements, because he played it there last time, so that's good. He does know that, at least. So now it's an even game, but I would say we're, considering the start we had, we kind of got starting handy, because he went for that Miner, and I didn't have a good... Okay, so once again, literally just gave me free poison value. He should not do that. And yeah, I have a good feeling about this one. Having the queen down is good, because you get that 3-card cycle. Again, thanks for the poison, buddy. Much appreciated. Alright, being unpredictable with the Miner. When is this guy going to learn his lesson? Like, he shouldn't play a single queen. Not one. That isn't high up. There's no reason to play it low. Like, I know you're probably thinking, like, defending the Miner. Yeah, it's decent against the Miner, but, like, look at what's happening, you know? Alright. The only time is when the poison's out of hand, but otherwise... Alright, that was kind of close. His queen almost locked on the tower. But we're fine, I think. Okay, he just used his skeletons, and... Yep, that's GG. So... Mirror match won by a pretty marginal... by a pretty good margin. And I think we showcased how to play that pretty well. And yeah, you guys might run into the mirror match a few times, because like I said, this deck is kind of trending. So many people really high up on ladder with it right now, so I feel like it's getting more and more popular. And with the fact that you guys will be able to play champions soon on ladder, I think it's going to be... Well, champions in general are going to be used so much now that everyone is going to have access to them. So it'll be pretty cool, I guess. Almost halfway done now. Alright, found a game against... Sinon. Go cycle skeletons here. Go Ice Spirit. Alright, he's gonna go queen. I'm gonna poison. I know it's kind of a little bit late, the poison, but I guess it's still worth it. Maybe it would have been good to log. Oof, I didn't need a log. We're down a lot of elixir. I'm trying to think, what deck has Queen, Miner, and Zap? This could be Mortar, could be... I'm gonna go with Mortar. That's my guess. Oh, that makes sense too. Easy king activation. So easy to do. That's why Mega Knight is not that good. Even though it's a little better after the Ram Rider buff, it's just so... It's like Cycle decks, it's so easy to get the king activated. Obviously, I've probably done that quite a few times in videos now, but if you have not seen that before, definitely take notes of how to do that. You can do it with the... I'm going to try to do something. I'm going to predict that he's going to go Goblin Gang on that Miner. Oh, he doesn't. That's even better, though. He just used all of his elixir. Nice. He just went for a Zap. Nice. That was a really good play. Ah, oh, man. The Skeletons were bad, though. I should have played them one tile lower, because if I did, the King Tower would have helped out. I'm going to pre-place a cannon. Alright, we'll go queen this lane. Yeah, we won, I think. We just have to... Like, yeah, it's already over. We just have to make sure we don't choke on defense or something. But the defense is... When I have the king activated, the defense in this matchup is ridiculously easy because everything he has is a ground card for the most part. Like Mega Knight, Ghost, Prince, Miner. So my King Tower is getting an absurd amount of value. King Tower activations are so useful in certain matchups. In some, they don't matter nearly as much. It just depends. But this is one where it's like, I feel like it's almost as good as Graveyard. Like, you shouldn't lose in this type of position when you have the King activated. I'm just going to pre-place a cannon. Just logging this. And then, yeah, log will kill the queen. And, yeah. GG. Like, he literally can't break through. It's impossible. Getting kind of bored now. Poison this. Log will kill her. GG, there we go. It was boring, because it's like, I already knew pretty much 3 minutes ago that I won, but, you know, it just takes forever to close out the game with this tech. Anyway, 6-0, halfway through the challenge. Hopefully the second half is... not too difficult. We'll see. Of course, it'll be a little harder, but... Alright, I'm gonna go... Alright, cool. My queen wins the interaction. Miner coming in. Oh, wow, it's Mega Knight again. Was not expecting that. Let's see if we can get the king activated. Ah, I knew he was going to go for a prediction snowball. Do you see I used my Ice Spirit instead of the Skeletons? It's like 200 IQ. The last game, I knew he didn't have the Zappin cycle, so I went for my Skeletons. Oh my god, that was actually so smart. I'm so happy with that play. Let's go. What even is this? Oh, this matchup is going to be a lot harder than the game before because he's got, Lightning. But with that being said, the king activation is going to help us tremendously, so we certainly can win. And also, I think he's got Ram Rider. But I don't know why he's got Cannon, because the deck he's using doesn't usually have Cannon. So I actually, I don't know for sure what... Ooh, that's an interesting Ram Rider. Very aggressive at a kind of a strange time. So I'm just going Queen. Oh, nice. That's really good damage there for me. I'm gonna go Knight. I don't really have a great cycle for defending a Mega Knight, so this could get a little bit interesting, but I'm trying to fix it right now. We're gonna go for a High Queen. If he lightnings this, it's good for me. I don't know if he's going to, though. Oh, he actually did. Wow. Yeah, we're fine here. Even though he's got a lightning, this might not actually be that bad of a matchup. I feel like we can just easily defend, kind of like the last game. Like we can't really get damage, but the defense is so easy, I think. I'm gonna poison this actually. I think we can, because that cannon was just kind of a waste of elixir. It doesn't really do anything for him. I did not expect him to lightning that. Yeah, we're definitely going to pressure here. It's really safe because he just spent so much. We don't get a ton of damage, but it actually was a decent amount. That poison damage really added up there. Wow, again, kind of a... Yeah, this guy's not playing that well. I'm actually going to ignore that and just go Queen at the bridge. Because I knew he couldn't defend. Yeah, I honestly did that. Like, I know it was a little, like, aggressive and risky, but I didn't want the same thing that happened last game to happen again, where I'd literally have to wait the whole game just to finish off his tower, because, like, I knew I was going to win, and I knew it was probably fine to take, like, some damage on my tower, because I knew I was going to stay in the lead, and I was confident in my defense, so I just let him get damage, but... Probably don't do that. It's better to be safe than sorry, but whatever. It worked out. So, all right, here we go. We're against Free. Just like wait a couple seconds. If he doesn't do anything, I think we can just go ahead and Miner. He's gonna go Bomber first play, so I'll just go for an Ice Spirit. Bomber Skarmy. That's interesting. I don't really know any deck that has both of those cards. So it's already something a little off meta, but maybe it's... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's probably Lava. I'm gonna go Knight at the bridge. Okay, yeah, it is indeed Lava. So I was thinking that this is probably going to be, for sure, one of the harder matchups for this deck. Let's see if we can somehow beat it. This poison here should be really nice. Oh, it's still got a hit. It's unfortunate. Is he gonna go for a Skarmy here? He probably will. I didn't know he had a Fireball. He's got Fireball and Snowball in the same deck. That's very interesting, actually. Because they both kind of serve a similar purpose, so I wasn't really expecting that. He literally just played minions in the... So Cannon Ice Spirit fully counters a balloon. That's really good. This is getting a little bit tricky because the problem is I can't really get damage. Yeah, that's it. I can't defend this. Yes, I had a feeling Lava was going to be pretty tricky. And I did say Lava Loon. I knew Lava Loon was going to be really challenging. But I think that Lava Clone or Lumberloon Freeze are definitely winnable. It's just Lava Loon because it's... You really need to use your Queen on both the Lava and the Balloon. But when you're against something like Lumberloon, you just have to use the Queen on the Balloon. Like, that's the only thing you have to save the Queen for. So it's hard because you can only have one Queen down, and you have it, and you need it for, like, two things in that type of matchup. So, it was kind of a struggle, as you could tell. I'm going to go Queen at the bridge to pressure here. Just because I think we can, I don't know, pretty safely do it and also still defend. Especially, yeah, I was going to say, especially if he's using a Golem Night Witch deck, which he is. So I'm going to Cannon here. And then we need a Poison as soon as possible. And... Nice, really good defense, considering we used 5 Elixir on offense and we still defended so nicely. That was pretty clean. I mean, maybe we could have just used the Queen on defense, considering I don't think he's got a Lightning since he's using E-Barbs, and almost no one uses... Okay, so yeah, now we for sure have to use our Queen on defense because we're down Elixir. But I think we can cycle a Cannon first. We're going to do the same thing as we did before, and then play our Queen when the Golem works its way up. We'll go Queen now. Go ahead and poison the Night Witch. Yeah, nice. The queen got so much value. Since he doesn't have a lightning, pretty much can abuse her the whole match. Okay, nice. That's tower down, and we should be able to defend this pretty easily. I'm actually going to poison to finish off the tower, because, yeah, log doesn't do enough. Just to make sure we have it, and then this defense should be relatively easy, since we can just use another cannon. And, yeah, even if he didn't run out of time right here, I think we would have defended anyway, because we're completely got it under control. Would have gotten a knight down, and yeah, so really easy matchup. I think Golem Night Witch isn't an issue thanks to the poison, but if he had lightning, then it probably would have been a bit harder, but still probably not even that bad. So yeah, 2/3 of the way through the challenge now. See you guys when we find the next one. Okay, so we got Mire Queen, Ice Spirit Log. Okay, I'll just go Ice Spirit at the bridge. He's gonna go Sparky. Man, I guess it's as good of a cycle I can get. I don't know, like, I feel like Sparky's never really... like a comfortable thing to play against. I didn't even need to log that. Well, actually I did. He killed a Skarmy. That is... wow. I don't know why he went for a giant that aggressively. I'm for sure gonna miner, because I think we're up a couple of elixir, and he also doesn't have a Skarmy in cycle, so it's a pretty good play if you ask me. We're just gonna go knight here. Alright, yeah, we have to go queen into the Sparky. He's not back to a giant yet, so he won't be able to block her with a giant. I think this matchup is fine, but you have to play it pretty much perfectly. Oof, we didn't get the Ice Spirit down in time. I don't know if it was possible to get down in time, though, to be fair. That's going to be a good poison. It kills the minions and almost kills the... that's unfortunate. I think double will be easier, believe it or not. You might be thinking, like, how is Sparky easier to play against than double? Well, I'll explain why. What you can actually do is you can poison cycle the Sparky. Oh, and he knows that because, look, he played the Sparky in the opposite lane, but we're still going to poison it. Because, I just think it's the right play. As I was saying, you have to... You pretty much have to play perfectly. Like, it's just... It's, like, not a bad matchup, but you have to play it near flawlessly. Like, if you make any mistake that's even, like, moderate, you will lose. I don't even know if I played that perfectly. I think there were like maybe a couple very, very, very small minor things I could have done slightly better. But I am overall very, very pleased with how I played that. And yeah, I could not talk much, obviously. Like, look, I'm telling you guys right now, any YouTuber who does the like full screen gameplay, I'm telling you right now, there's no way they're gonna be playing well and talking well in Triple Elixir. Like, it's impossible, I'm telling you guys. Like, to be able to focus and commentate and say a bunch of things, like, if someone's doing that, it's 100% a voiceover. Like, it's just not possible. Anyway. Poisoning the tombstones is not even that risky of a play. Because if he goes graveyard and single, like, it's not... Like, he can't go graveyard and single. Like, it's... He just did, what the heck. Which is a horrible play, by the way. That's why I was saying, like, you can't really go graveyard and single. He just did, though. And as a result... Oh, if I minored in the front. Oh, it died anyway. Never mind. We're going to minor here. Okay, he didn't even catch it. I guess the only thing he could have caught it with anyway was probably a... Yep, this is a, pretty easy matchup for me. I can't complain. The poison makes this super easy. And there's a lot of splash art in this meta, so... Sooner or later, I might just have to let him get the king activated. Because even though, obviously, it's going to help him defend, it's still... Okay, that was a really bad Skeleton King. He should have played it at the bridge to protect this baby dragon. Cool. Like, it's just super easy, as I said. He's going to activate the king, but it's not even going to matter. So late in the match. Pretty much 2 poisons away. I can even poison right now, because this is going to be pretty easy to defend. And then I'm going to throw in a miner soon, just to pressure, so this way, like, he won't even be able to be... He can't go graveyard poison, because he has to defend the miner, or else he, will lose his tower, but I guess he probably... Like, he had to go for desperation, so he didn't have a choice. So that's going to be GG. 2 more to go now. Like I said, that's, like, why it's really nice having poison in the deck. That's kind of one that would change the matchup so much if you had a Fireball instead. It probably would be a bad matchup if you had Fireball, to be honest. The poison just allows you to be as aggressive as you want, because you can just easily defend the graveyard. Against, Lucy. Okay, so Log is pretty much the only thing we could cycle. Because Knight isn't really a good thing to just start the game off first play. Because you might need it on defense. Barbarrel. So it could be Graveyard again. Probably... Well, no, it's definitely not. I guess it's probably Three Musketeers or, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is Three Musketeers. Okay. Not that bad of a matchup. Cannon's probably better. I don't know if I want to cycle a knight into a hunter, especially really early. And Cannon's the same amount of elixir. I think it's the better play. I'm just gonna poison here. Oops, I misclicked it. I played it like what? It doesn't really matter. They're almost gonna die, I think. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Those were horrible Royal Hogs. Like the cannon was that. Yeah, that was. Oh, the... Man, it's unfortunate. The Royal Hogs were not good, but we weren't able to punish him at all after that. Have to play the Skeletons low, just in case he were to go for, like, a Prediction Bar Barrel or something. I don't think he would have done it anyway, but you never know. Yeah, the Three Musketeers are so bad. I don't even know why people use them. I mean, they're viable, but there's just so many, like, better options of things you could play. Yeah, I knew he was going to Bar Barrel. That's why I didn't bother. I need to stop leaking elixir, though. I'm probably better off, like, pre-placing a cannon when I'm unsure of what to do. Yeah, like right here, I'm just gonna... Perfect timing. We just have to watch out for the Golden Knight, basically. That's the main... way we lose. Alright, I'm gonna just not talk as much, because we're in triple. And yeah, it's gonna be GG. Really easy matchup. Even with having a poison that doesn't kill the Three Musketeers immediately, I feel like it's almost as good, especially in double and triple, because, like, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna play 3M at the bridge. They have to play them in the middle or in the back. So, regardless of what they do, the poison will easily have enough time to take them out before they get very much value at all. So, yeah. I mean, probably the only thing he could have done a little better was maybe even just not play the 3M that much. Like, maybe he should have just not, like, I don't know, used just his support cards more, but I feel like there wasn't much he was able to do, to be honest. So we're against Jesse 2 here. He's calling the good game. So I guess, I don't know, like maybe he saw our badges or something at the beginning. He's not very confident, but I mean, he definitely has a chance of winning. He shouldn't, you know, assume early, especially with that very lucky start he just had there. Because obviously, there's no way I could have known he had a magic archer, so that was a bit, unfortunate to say the least. Alright, now I know what he's using though. So we should hopefully be okay, but that was a heck of a lot of damage I took. That's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna go miner like this. Alright, here's the thing. Single elixir is... I know we're using a cycle deck, but single elixir's the hardest elixir for us in this matchup. I feel like if we can get to double without taking much damage, we should be in an okay situation. I'm gonna be pretty passive. Like, I'm probably not even gonna go for a single miner on his tower until double. I'm gonna go for a high archer queen. Did that just to predict a magic archer if you were to play it. Okay, well that worked out because he decided to... I'm actually gonna miner with this. Now we're in double as well, so we can afford to be a little bit more aggressive anyway. And yeah, despite that start we had, we certainly can come back now. I feel a lot more, I feel way better in this situation. I'm probably just going to go for another cannon. I feel like that's the best play since, you know, like, why not? Alright, good. That didn't keep it alive. That's great for me. Triple's going to be pretty chaotic. Thought maybe using a magic archer. I played the skeletons to potentially predict them, but he didn't use it. Log will kill the queen. I think I'm just gonna log the bandit because I think we can get a pretty good push here since his E-barbs aren't in cycle. It's a pretty good time to go all in. Ooh, the fact I didn't use my ability there was kind of bad. Those got a lot of value. We should be chilling here, hopefully. Let's focus up. Oh, amazing poison. That was a satisfying poison. Woo, baby. That was satisfying. And yeah, that is gonna do it. Like I said, man. Like I freaking said, every single ground deck is a piece of cake. And we pretty much proved that this video. Only thing we lost to was Lava. But I'm telling you, you know, I think Loon Cycle, Lumber Loon, Lava Clone you have a chance against. It's just Lava Loon. I think that's one of the only matchups where it's like if you lose, you know, yeah, it's pretty hard, right? But man, every ground deck piece of cake. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this Grand Challenge video. It's been a while since I've done one. I'm glad I did, because it ended up going pretty well. And yeah, I think that this is a deck a lot of people like seeing too. Minor Control, it's kind of always been sort of like a fan favorite, and now you guys are going to be able to use it with the Archer Queen soon, even if you aren't fully maxed because of the new update, so that's exciting as well. I'm excited to upload videos when the new update drops. I'm really curious how the new ladder system is going to work. I really hope there's still some sort of ranking. Like, basically, let me put it this way. I hope it's still possible to finish #1 or finish top 100, or there's a system to rank it. I think it's going to be based on win rate now, which is kind of interesting. Once you reach a certain amount of trophies, I think it might be 7,500. It's based on win rate ladder. That's how it works. Like, the #1 player is the one with the highest win rate, but then you could just play one game and then you have 100% win rate. Like, I don't know how the system works. Like, is there at least a certain amount of games you have to play, or I don't know. Hopefully it all makes sense soon. But anyway, hope you guys did end up enjoying the video. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.